Divorce is a brutal process. Spouses fight over who gets the house, who gets the car, who keeps the dog, and who takes on the massive credit card debt. But in 2009, one bitter divorce case in New York pushed the legal system to an entirely new biological frontier. A prominent surgeon wasn't just fighting for his money or his house. He looked at his soon-to-be ex-wife and made an unprecedented legal demand. He wanted his kidney back. And if she wouldn't let a surgeon cut it out of her, she owed him $1.5 million. Welcome to Exhibit Absurd. To understand how a divorce gets this medically petty, we have to go back to a time when there was actually love. Dr. Richard Batista, a successful surgeon from Long Island, married his wife Donnell in 1990. They had 3 children and a seemingly perfect life. But in 2001, tragedy struck. Donnell suffered from a severe medical condition and suffered 2 failed kidney transplants. She desperately needed a third to survive. So, Richard did what any loving husband would do. He got tested, found out he was a perfect match, and gave his wife one of his own kidneys. You would think donating a vital organ to your spouse would guarantee you a lifetime of marital bliss, right? Wrong. Fast forward just 4 years to 2005. The marriage had completely deteriorated. Donnell filed for divorce, and the proceedings became incredibly nasty. They fought over the house, they fought over the practice, they fought over custody. The legal battle dragged on for 4 agonizing years. You see, Dr. Batista wasn't just acting out of pure, unadulterated benevolence. He later admitted to reporters that his marriage was already on shaky ground in 2001. In his mind, donating the kidney had a dual purpose. First, save his wife's life. Second, secure the ultimate marital bonus points to save the relationship. But those bonus points expired fast. When Donnell filed for divorce in 2005, Richard didn't just feel heartbroken. He felt entirely defrauded. To make matters exponentially pettier, he fiercely alleged that his wife was stepping out on the marriage and having an affair with her physical therapist. For a vascular surgeon who had literally handed over a piece of his own anatomy to keep his spouse alive, watching her walk out the door with his kidney to go see a physical therapist was a bridge too far. In January 2009, Richard went public. He filed court papers demanding the immediate return of his donated kidney. Now, even Richard knew that forcing his ex-wife to undergo major surgery to have an organ ripped out of her body was unlikely to fly with the judge. So, he offered a compromise. She could keep the kidney, but he wanted $1.5 million for it. He argued that the kidney was technically a marital asset, a piece of property exchanged during the marriage that now needed to be financially equalized in the divorce settlement. This wasn't just a casual threat made during a heated shouting match over the phone. Richard's legal team treated this like a legitimate commercial dispute. Just 1 week before the official divorce trial was scheduled to begin, Richard's high-profile celebrity attorney, Dominic Barbara, threw a massive wrench into the gears of the court. He formally requested a total stay of the case. Why? Because he argued that the court could not possibly divide the couple's property until a retained expert asset appraiser could properly evaluate the exact fair market value of his client's left kidney. Imagine the poor court clerk logging that request into the system next to the standard fights over a flat-screen TV or a retirement account. The New York legal system stared at this demand in absolute bewilderment. There was a massive, glaring problem with Richard's legal theory. In the United States, it is a federal crime to buy or sell human organs, strictly forbidden under the National Organ Transplant Act. You cannot slap a price tag on a kidney, not even in a divorce. Furthermore, the court had to define what the kidney actually was under property law. Was it a conditional loan? Was it a lease? The legal experts brought in were unanimous. An organ donation is considered a legally binding gift. As the media caught wind of the kidney divorce, the global medical community watched the New York courthouse in absolute horror. Renowned bioethicists were hounded by reporters asking if a doctor could actually repossess human tissue or sue for a medical refund. Dr. Arthur Kaplan, the director of the Center for Bioethics at the University of Pennsylvania, famously gave the media a definitive mathematical breakdown of Richard's chances of winning. He stated that the probability of a court forcing a woman to pay for a spouse's internal organ was, quote, somewhere between impossible and completely impossible. Legally, once a body part passes the threshold of a successful surgical transplant, it ceases to be a product. It is just part of another human being's biology. Matrimonial referee Jeffrey Grob did not mince words. In his ruling, he officially rejected Dr. Batista's claim. He stated that human organs are not commodities that can be bought or sold or bargained in a divorce settlement. Once a gift is given, especially a life-saving organ that becomes seamlessly integrated into someone else's nervous and circulatory system, it belongs entirely to the recipient. You can repossess a Honda Civic, but you absolutely cannot repossess a kidney. Richard got nothing. But Nassau County Supreme Court Special Referee Jeffrey Grob didn't just stop at a polite rejection. In his scathing 10-page decision, he dropped a terrifying legal reality check right on the doctor's lap. Grob pointed out that by aggressively filing a claim to attach a commercial dollar value to a vital organ, Dr. Batista's legal strategy wasn't just unhinged, it was highly illegal. Under the National Organ Transplant Act, trying to extract a multi-million-dollar payout for human tissue can be viewed as a form of illegal organ trafficking. The judge bluntly noted that if the court actually treated the kidney as a financial asset, the doctor could legally be exposed to immediate federal criminal prosecution. Richard went into the courtroom trying to bankrupt his ex-wife, and walked out incredibly lucky that he wasn't leaving in the back of a police cruiser. The Batista divorce remains one of the most spectacularly petty cases in modern legal history. It is the ultimate cautionary tale. Give your spouse your heart, maybe even your house. But if you give them your kidney, do not expect a refund. If you want to uncover more bizarre evidence from the most chaotic archives of legal history, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time on Exhibit Absurd.